Welcome back to Murder Vault, the ultimate destination for unlocking the most disturbing and complex true crime cases in history. If you're new to the vault, hit that subscribe button right now, turn on notifications, and join our community of truth seekers. We go deeper than anyone else. No fluff, just the cold, hard facts. Today, we're spending a full deep dive on one of the most haunting cases of the 2020s. The November 2022 stabbing murders of 4 University of Idaho students.
In other headlines now, the families of 4 murdered University of Idaho students confronted killer Bryan Kohberger before a judge sentenced him to life in prison without parole. The surviving roommates of the 4 victims also gave emotional victim impact statements today. More than a dozen people spoke at this hearing that lasted 3 hours.
The 30-year-old Kohberger had the opportunity to speak in court as well, but chose not to. Dick Brennan joins us now with details. Dick?
Well, Jessica and Christine, Bryan Kohberger was a PhD student trained in criminology. His motives for the murders remain a mystery, and today he said merely 3 words, but many spoke to him in fury and anguish.
He took away my ability to trust the world around me. What he did shattered me in places I didn't know could break.
The family and friends of 4 murdered University of Idaho students gave heartbreaking testimony as they stared down the killer, including a surviving roommate of the victims, Dylan Mortensen.
He took away birthdays, graduations, celebrations, and all the memories that we were supposed to make. All of it is gone. And all the people who loved them are just left to carry that weight forever.
It's been nearly 3 years since Madison Mogen, Kaylee Goncalves, Xana Kernodle, and Ethan Chapin were found stabbed to death at their off-campus home in Moscow, Idaho.
I won't stand here and give you what you want. I won't offer you tears. I won't offer you trembling. Disappointments like you thrive on pain. I will call you what you are. Sociopath, psychopath, murderer.
Bryan Kohberger accepted a plea deal that took the death penalty off the table, but keeps him in prison for life without parole.
All right, Mr. Kohberger, you have an opportunity to make a statement if you wish to. I take it you are declining.
I respectfully decline.
Kohberger sat stone-faced throughout the testimony, showing no emotion as family members poured out their hearts. The father of Kaylee Goncalves turned the podium to speak directly to his daughter's killer.
You picked the wrong family, and we're laughing at you on your trip to Penn.
For these families, there could be no closure, but only the ability to finally give voice to their pain.
You're gonna go to hell. I know people believe in other stuff. You're evil. There's no place for you in heaven. You took our children. You are gonna suffer, man. I'm shaking because I want to reach out to you, but I hope you feel my energy, okay? Go to hell.
Today, police officials spoke after a 2-year gag order imposed by the judge was finally lifted. Investigators say they found no single connection between the killer and his victims or why he targeted the home. Jessica and Christine.
That was really tough to listen to today, Dick. Just hoping that those families get closure.
Yeah, gut-wrenching.
Gut-wrenching.
Thank you, Dick.
A small college town shattered by unspeakable violence. A suspect who was studying the very minds of killers. Red flags that were allegedly ignored. A controversial plea deal. And new developments still unfolding as of January 2026. This extended episode covers everything, from the victim's final hours to the latest lawsuit. It's a long one, so get comfortable. This is the complete, unfiltered story of Bryan Kohberger and the Idaho student murders. Let's descend into the vault. Moscow, Idaho, population around 25,000, nestled in the rolling hills of the Palouse region. It's the kind of place where people leave doors unlocked, where the University of Idaho Vandal football games bring everyone together, and violent crime is virtually unheard of. The last murder in Moscow was back in 2015, The house at 1122 King Road was a typical off-campus rental, a 3-story gray sliding home on a hill. Party spot for students, 6 roommates in total. But on November 13th, 2022, it became a house of horrors. Let's start by honoring the victims, because this case isn't about the killer. It's about the 4 vibrant young people whose lives were stolen. First, Madison Mogen, 21 years old, from Boise. Maddie was studying marketing, worked at a local insurance company, but her real passion was her friends and adventures. She loved going to concerts. Her Instagram was full of festival pics and had that kind of laugh that lit up a room. She and her best friend Kaylee were inseparable since middle school. Kaylee Goncalves, also 21, from Rathdrum, Idaho. Kaylee was the animal lover of the group, obsessed with her dog, Murphy. She had just graduated with a degree in general studies and was excited about moving to Austin, Texas for a new job. Outgoing, sassy, always planning the next fun outing. Her last texts to friends were full of excitement about the future. Xana Kernodle, 20, from Post Falls, Idaho. Xana was majoring in marketing too, worked shifts at a vegan restaurant called Mad Greek in downtown Moscow. She was known for her positive energy, her smile, and her relationship with Ethan. They were that couple everyone envied, young love at its best. Xana was tough too. Friends say she had a fighter spirit. Ethan Chapin, 20, from Mount Vernon, Washington. Ethan was one of triplets. Him, his brother Hunter, and sister Maisie. He was studying recreation and tourism, a member of Sigma Chi fraternity. Athletic, charming, always joking around. Ethan loved the outdoors, snowboarding, and spending time with Xana. His family described him as the glue that held everyone together. The other 2 roommates, Dylan Mortensen and Bethany Funk, survived, but carry scars we'll talk about later. These 4 weren't just partying that night. They were living the college dream, and it ended in tragedy. Saturday, November 12th, 2022. A crisp fall evening. Around 8 p.m., Ethan and Xana head to a party at the Sigma Chi house on the UI campus. Photos from the night show them smiling, arm in arm. 9 p.m. to 1 a.m., Maddie and Kaylee hit the corner club bar in downtown Moscow, then move to a private party. They're captured on Twitch livestream from the Grub Truck food truck at 1:40 a.m. The famous video where they're happily ordering mac and cheese, chatting with a guy named Adam. Kaylee calls her ex-boyfriend Jack multiple times around 2 a.m. Calls go unanswered, but police later clear him completely. By 2 a.m., everyone is back home. Cell data shows phones going idle as they settle in for the night. Maddie and Kaylee share a room on the 3rd floor. Xana and Ethan on the 2nd. Survivors on the 1st. Then darkness falls. Between approximately 4 and 4:25 a.m., November 13th, a white 2015 Hyundai Elantra is caught on neighbor cameras circling the King Road area multiple times. 3 or 4 passes acting erratic. The intruder enters through the 2nd floor sliding glass door. Unlocked, common in that safe town. He's wearing black clothing, gloves, a mask covering nose and mouth. Armed with a large, fixed-blade K-bar style knife. He heads up to the 3rd floor first. Maddie and Kaylee are asleep in the same bed, perhaps after scrolling TikTok or chatting. The attack is ferocious, multiple deep stab wounds to the chest, upper body, neck. One victim had wounds so forceful they hit bone. Blood pours through the walls, dripping outside the foundation, visible in crime scene photos later released. The killer moves down 1 level. Xana's room. She's awake or awakens to the threat. Phone records show she was on TikTok around 4:12 a.m. Defensive wounds on her fingers suggest she fought desperately. Ethan, sleeping over, is attacked too, stabbed in the chest and body. The noise wakes Dylan Mortensen on the first floor around 4:17 a.m. She opens her bedroom door and sees the figure. 5 feet 10 inches to 6 feet, athletic but not muscular, bushy eyebrows, visible above the mask. He walks past her toward the exit without a word. Terrified, she freezes, then locks her door and hides. The Elantra speeds away at 4:20 a.m. Hours pass in silence. The survivors, perhaps in shock or assuming crying or sounds, were partying. Don't call until 11:58 a.m., summoning friends over first, then 911 for an unconscious person. Police arrive to carnage, blood everywhere, 4 dead. A K-bar knife sheath left on Maddie's bed with crucial touch DNA. No weapon, no forced entry signs elsewhere, no sexual assault. Autopsy details, all died from stab wounds to vital organs. It was over quickly but brutally. Why didn't the survivors call sooner? Trauma experts say shock and denial are common. Dylan later said she thought it was a dream at first. This delay fueled early online speculation, but police cleared them early. Police Chief James Fry holds press conferences. This is a targeted attack, but no suspect named. Fear explodes. Students flee campus. Parents drive in to pack kids up. UI cancels classes, installs more security cameras. Vigilante online sleuths flood Reddit and TikTok with theories, wrongfully accusing innocents like the food truck guy or a hooded figure in a video. Leads. Clear the hooded man, a friend. Exes, locals. Focus on the white Hyundai Elantra seen fleeing. FBI joins, thousands of tips. Cell tower data. One phone pings near 1122 King Road 12 times prior to the murders. Mostly late night sites, early morning. On murder night, phone off from approximately 2:47 a.m. to 4:48 a.m. Then pings back near the scene at 9:12 a.m., possibly returning to check. The knife sheath DNA. Single source male touch DNA in the snapshot. Investigators get a search warrant for Kohberger family ancestry on genealogy sites. Match to Father Michael Kohberger's profile from trash in Pennsylvania. Bryan Kohberger, 28, new PhD student in criminal justice at WSU in Pullman, 10-minute drive. Owns a white 2015 Elantra, license changed post-murder. Fits Dylan's description. Recent weight loss made him slimmer. Reddit posts from years earlier about feeling no emotions. Visual snow syndrome struggles. More. Amazon searches for gloves/masks/knives. Car scene on cameras. Internet queries post-murder about the case. December 30th, 2022. Pennsylvania SWAT arrests him at parents' home. Inside, black gloves, knife, dark clothing. He's calm, asks if anyone else is arrested. Bryan Christopher Kohberger, born November the 21st, 1994 in Albrightsville, Pennsylvania. Middle child, sisters Amanda and Melissa. Father Michael, a maintenance worker. Mother writer. High school. Awkward, bullied for weight. Briefly into opioids after parents' tough love intervention. Lost 100+ pounds senior year. Became vegan, sober. Studied criminology at Northampton Community College, then DeSales University. Master's in 2022. Thesis on criminals' feelings post-crime. He surveyed felons online. Worked as school security guard. Complaints about condescending attitude toward women. Summer 2022. Drives cross-country with dad to Pullman for WSU PhD program in criminology. TA position intense in class. Interrupted professors argued. Female students uncomfortable, stares, follows after class. Reports. At least 13 incidents at WSU. Harassing women in public, sexist comments. One professor emailed others warning problematic student. Title IX complaints. Allegedly dismissed or not escalated. Post-arrest. Defense says alibi. Habitual night drives for stargazing/moon. But data shows drives toward victim's house. Family devastation. Sister Melissa in 2026 interviews. My brother was kind, helpful. How? She texted him after murders warning about the killer. No known connection to victims. Possible incel ideology. Stalking random house with young women. Criminology fascination turned deadly. Motive still officially unknown. Prosecutors hinted obsession or thrill kill. 2023 to 2025. Gag order. Defense surveys for venue change. Too much prejudice in Latah County. Move to Boise. Death penalty sought. Defense pushes insanity or evidence challenges. June 30th, 2025. Bombshell, Kohberger agrees to Alford plea. Wait, no. Straight guilty plea to 4 murder counts and burglary. Spares death penalty for life without parole. Some say evidence too strong. Others avoids trial exposing more. July 2nd, 2025. In court, how do you plead? Guilty, monotone. Sentencing July 23rd. Emotional victim statements. Kaylee's father, Steve. Anger at plea, wants answers. Sister Eliva. Direct to Kohberger, you are a coward. Hope every day is hell. Xana's mother, Kara. I forgive you, but you'll face God. Ethan's mom, Stacy. You stole my son's future. Dylan Mortensen. First public words. PTSD, therapy, can't trust doors unlocked. That night plays on repeat. Kohberger. Stares ahead. No statement, no remorse shown. Judge. 4 consecutive LWOP plus 10 years. Transferred to maximum security. Families mixed. Closure, but no why, no death. January 8th, 2026. Just yesterday as of this video. Goncalves, Kernodle, Chapin, and Mogen families filed joint civil suit against Washington State University and specific administrators. Claims: WSU had actual knowledge of Kohberger's dangerous behavior, harassment, intimidation, stalking female students. Over a dozen reports in fall 2022 semester alone. Emails between faculty. This student is troubling. Discussions of removal, but no expulsion or police report. Suit alleges Title IX violations, negligence, wrongful death. Argues if WSU acted, Kohberger removed. Murders preventable. Seeks millions in damages, policy changes nationwide. WSU response: sympathy to families, but no comment on pending litigation. As of January 9th, 2026, case in early stages. Discovery could reveal emails, complaints. Other updates: house demolished in 2023 for healing. Survivors moved away. Community vigils continue. Online. Case still dissected. Podcasts, docs. Big questions. Was it random? Incidental stalking? Missed prevention? Plea right choice? This case hits hard because evil looked ordinary. A student among students. Red flags whispered but not shouted. Young lives full of promise erased in minutes. It reminds us. Listen to unease around people. Institutions must protect. Hug your loved ones. Rest eternally in peace. Madison Mogen, Kaylee Goncalves, Xana Kernodle, Ethan Chapin. Your light shines through your family's fight. What are your thoughts on the lawsuit? Should WSU be held accountable? Did the plea deliver justice? Drop long comments. I read them all. Like if you're glad we went this deep. Share for awareness. Subscribe to Murder Vault for more extended vaults, sources and description, court docs, news from multiple outlets. Thanks for spending your time with us. Stay vigilant out there, and we'll unlock the next case soon.